born in the Deep South. I moved up to the Philadelphia area when I was in high school, and then during and following college, I moved a lot. Home is still Philly, though. I have 2 younger sisters. I was raised in a single-parent household. I have a bachelor's degree from University of the Arts, and I'm here to get my master's degree in fine arts, hoping for a topic for dissertation and going for my PhD one of these days, right? I am 30 years old. Yeah.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're
I'm
not.
gonna be 31 soon too. My sister
No
just
way.
texted me last night, like, what are you doing for your birthday? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, I've had some hard knocks, and you really feel like when you look in the mirror, you see those. But to hear that, like, I'm not wearing it too, with, you gotta wear it gracefully, right? But yeah, no, I'll be 31 soon, and it makes me really kind of want to take, I want to get stuff done quickly now. And I have a daughter who's 1 year old, so a lot of what I make is based off of trying to lay the groundwork for her to have a life that lets her be safe and say what's on her mind. So, I'm a printmaker by title. So I work on big presses for long, long hours, and I have a strong background in drawing because of that. These days, I make interdisciplinary is the favorite word, but it's just, I'm just an artist at this point. I make all kinds of stuff for all different reasons. I'm not married. I have a partner though. He's the father of my daughter, and I have a dog and a cat named Gary, who causes some introspection. I want people to think, and when I make something like that, and I come in the gallery and I sit and I observe people's interaction with the work, I hear things like, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But that's it. That's the thing, is you were just moved to consider what you think ugly is. So there, you just laid it out. That is not good to you. And then hopefully you'll linger a little longer, or come back another time, or look at another piece of art and say to yourself, what is my definition of ugly or bad or good? And then I try to really sneak content in there that so aesthetically you make a connection of what is good or bad, or what you dislike or are willing to accept. But then if you're a thoughtful person, you're also going to consider the content of what's in there. So why do you think that's ugly and dirty too? Why where does that come from? Were you socialized that way? Did you have a personal experience? And I hear it a lot. I heard from someone I really respected, for the most part, that this is a terrible thing that you're talking about. Why does it look the way it looks? And that was probably the best thing I had in review, was because I was able to respond with, why is it bad? What are you coming from a place of pity and privilege, or are you, taking a step back and actually trying to relate to what is being talked about? So when they all looked at it, they see art every single day, all the time. They're like, it's all out there. It's too much at one time, but that's kind of why I love it. It's all out there. Sort of the point of sexuality, not to carry oneself with it all out there, but to be able to take ownership over your own body, your own thoughts. I feel like if we just desensitize things, we might be in a safer place. So putting it all out there was what happened with that one. I know it's a bit easy statement to disagree with, but yeah, so the anti-feminist feminist, I don't know, I figured that out just sort of through making art, because I started to realize that going with certain themes that are already pre-established in the progression of the ideology of feminism, I didn't agree with it. It's sort of there's more rules than there is freedom when you get into ideology, and I don't agree with that, and I don't think that we all fit into a nice little package. And I also disagree with a lot of the things that I hear in certain feminist theories. I understand where they come from, but my personal experience has been different. So when I make art covered in pink stuff, it's on one hand there to lure you into something that you're already familiar with, that sort of universal femininity. Almost so much of it is disgusting. but I also try to pull up ideas that a first wave feminist wouldn't agree with. You know,